previously on
Gallagher.
Legend kicks off with an ensemble cast of new and recurring faces. It takes place part in Unity HQ, part in Google HQ, and part in Stark Tower. It features Alexander Devrient as Colonel Ibrahim, who had a few lines in the giggle, Genesis Linea as Harriet of the Archives, Lenny Rush, who was to be in Space Babies voicing Eric, but was cut out when I heard him at a table read, and the part of Morris Gibbons was created for him. A stressed out boy genius evoking some feel of the Alan Moore character Jack T. Quick. There's a Slugmo, definitely not the Borg with a name like the Slugno, and a Griffin, definitely not Archduke Sabasis. There's not always a twist at the start, but the pre-credits sequence wastes no time in laying out the stakes. It's a quick leap from Susan to being Susan. I'm not so sure.
Oh, you would love Mel. Sorry, bonkers.
Yeah, Mel did have ADHD, but I'm pretty sure she regenerated. Got some therapy. The swift move from the characters discussing Susan to the characters discussing Ruby is a bit of the writer breaks the fourth wall. I mean, you may as well put the plot cards on the screen.
Oh, I love Davina. I love Davina.
Morris's reaction. No wonder he's so stressed. Clearly the grown-up in the room and the least annoying person. Susan's parents.
He was a postman, she was a dinner lady.
Ophelia the lower. Carlos Sunday, agent of unit. I figured I'd take over as position of assistant to the regional manager of this local rugby club. Of course there was no position vacant, no application, no address. I just figured out this is a place for me. This is a place for me to start my job.
There's a storm coming in.
How would you like a nice kick in the crutch?
Angie Watts, I knew it.
Come on.
I'll have some of that.
Everyone gets a hug except me. Come here, sex pillow. The time window is a decent centrepiece in the spectacle of the all-new Unit HQ.
We've got extra power.
No, Betamax is better than VHS. A few times we're told Ruby was born on December 24th. How would Ruby know this? It would mean that she was bound less than 24 hours after her birth in the snow, and her survival unlikely. The Chronon surge is the first big oh my me. The image jumping gave me a jump. I like the time window scene, though not overly stated as a threat. It certainly feels like... there's a threat.
It's the beast. I am in hell.
Thought the voice was of the beast in the Satan pit. Gabriel Wolfe, who also voiced Sutek in the Tom Baker serial Pyramids of Mars and the Big Finish audios. Sand Chidozu is freaky deaky. I'd prefer one of those sand bradors or sandfish.
Try running it backwards. Let's see what happens if we reverse time and rewind the VHS.
Leave the TARDIS alone.
The blinks! Scan the target!
Bloody kids!
Leave the TARDIS alone.
Gad says this life form is woven into the fabric of the TARDIS.
Oh, you do not want to go poking an angry, possessed TARDIS.
I think we can succeed.
I'm just a guy that knows PowerPoint.
The last 5 minutes of Legend feels suitably Judgment Day. The possessed spiel has a sense of the epic about it. There's a magnificence of evil prose, and it very much takes a leaf out of Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Of disaster, and her children who doubt and dread, and standing on high is the mother and father and other of them all. Whatever it...
I'm glad Russell hasn't gone for a revelation of all gods at once, and has stuck with the feeling of a very classic era sort of thing.
For the God of all gods has returned, and his names are many.
This happens to me all the time. I mean, my name is an anagram of Lewd Wanker. I'm going to disagree with everyone as is my trademark and suggest that this is perhaps the weakest episode of the season. It's not unenjoyable, but the sort of thrills I was looking for and it don't really kick off until the halfway mark. There's a few too many contrivances and a little too much feel-good coasting for my liking. Not even any political message in this episode, unless we count Theresa May dance. People don't like politics? Okay, cut the feed. I mean, the view screens that keep on repeating his name are a bit much. Couldn't he just get like a nice name badge, you know? There we go. Yeah. Can't deny these last 10 minutes of the episode have been massively overwhelming and there's so much still to process. It's been an immensely enjoyable episode and I'm looking forward to the next one. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to my Egyptian death cult and my YouTube channel as well.